called withdraw and push. And the name always gives you some information. Sometimes that information is really easy to see. Sometimes it's a little more, the imagery is a little harder to pick up on. But this one's really quite straightforward in that when we did the finish of the previous movement, you strike like this, your left leg was forward. What we're going to do is step back so the feet are straight across from each other, step forward with the other foot, and then push. And when we do push, it's the same movement that we did earlier in the form, just push. And this is a movement that over the years of teaching I've realized that there's a lot of little details to it, and you should and you need to get them all correct. But I did notice that for a lot of people, they would get sort of so caught up in those little details that they kind of like miss the forest for the trees, so to speak. So the actual thing that we're trying to accomplish is, if we look at picking up from the end of that last movement, you had your left leg forward, left hand was across the body, and you did this strike. This is the main idea. You're going to step straight back so the feet are straight across from each other. You're going to shift the weight to the left. You're going to step forward, shift the weight to the right, and then push. Okay, so as I show you some of these smaller details, don't lose sight of that idea that you're just stepping back, stepping forward, and pushing. Okay, a little more detail. So if we just take it from the end of that last movement. Weight is on the left, we did this strike with the right hand. First move, you turn a little bit to the left. Simple. It just sort of gets you started moving in the other direction. So here's our strike, was straightforward. You turn. Now, as you shift the weight to the right leg, the hands face in. As you step back, the hands separate. As you shift the weight to the left, the palms turn out. Now, all we need to do to finish is step forward, shift the weight, and then push. And so it's kind of a simple thing that if your hands are in this shape, and eventually you want to end up in this shape, well, at some point the hands have to come in order to push. At some point the hands have to separate. At some point the hands have to turn out. And so the detail is really just matching that action of the hands. Do they come in? Do they come this way? Do they turn? With the action of the feet. Again, it's not hard to do, but it is a little something you just have to remember, that's all. Let's try it together. So from here, you turn to the left. As you shift the weight to the right, the palms face in. So the hands are still slightly crossing here. As you step back with the left foot, the hands separate. Now notice, I didn't shift the weight. Always the weight shift should be a conscious action. So as I step back, the hands separate. As you shift the weight, that's when the palms turn out. Now you step forward, shift the weight to the right, and then here's your push. It's not really a hard move, it's just withdraw and push is the action. The little details that you just have to remember. I'll do it again. From here, weights on the left. Turn a little bit to the left. Shift the weight to the right, and the palms face in. As you step back, the hands separate. As you shift the weight to the left, the palms turn out. Now just step forward, shift the weight to the right, and then push. Withdraw and push. One more time. Starting with the weight on the left leg. Turn a little bit to the left. As you shift the weight to the right, the palms face in. Now keep the weight on the right. You step back, and the hands separate, but the weight's still on the right. As you shift the weight to the left, the palms turn out, and then you step forward, shift the weight, and then you push. Okay, move's called withdraw and push. Practice that. We have one more move to do before we get to the end of this first section, the first 20 movements of the Tai Chi form.